A live broadcast, not at my usual time, and this the point of this is to give you an opportunity to ask questions and ask to film things as and when I am at something. As it's live, obviously I encourage people to ask questions, but please do keep it within the certain limits of respectability. And so Caravan Salon started, it was opened yesterday to the public. It's been open since Friday for trade visitors, and the point of what I'm going to do here is I am going to take you around. Now, somebody pointed out yesterday that they don't want to see a picture of me or film of me in a mask, so I'll turn the thing around and I shall start off. And so what I'm going to do here is to show you some of the, got the gimbal sort of stuck in the, didn't check that, so I'll just move this slightly. Anyway, there you go. And the Caravan Salon is not really the place to come if you want expedition vehicles. The place to go for that is Abenteuer und Allrad, which is held in Bad Kissingen in Bavaria at the end of May. This year it's going to be in the third week of October because of the COVID situations. It was cancelled for last year. But anyway, my aim is to actually be there and to actually show you around the event there. So anyway, this, however, is an action mobile. As you can see, it's on an MAN basis, and I don't think we're going to be getting into any vans during this live, but I will be able to do that by myself later, and that will obviously be published in due course. The point of this, of course, is it does allow you to sort of ask things as and when you can. Now, today being Sunday, my aim is every 2 hours I will go to a different part of one of the halls here, and then I shall film something. And so that every 2 hours there will be a video. And this may actually be repeated by similar sort of videos later, which will be in my usual slot, 21:15 my time, Central European time. And anyway, so it's now 12 o'clock here, and so it'll be 12 to 4, 6. No, maybe not 6, but 12 to 4 my time here. There will be a film. So let's see how well that goes. Right, look, see this thing here, a huge vehicle here. You probably won't know how much it cost, this Action Mobil Global XRS 7400, and it costs a mere 1,107,772. And you'll be wanting to see that internally. Well, we'll have to do that a little bit later. But this company, which is owned by the gentleman we just passed, Stefan, and so it was owned by his wife's parents, and so he's been in business now for some time. They started off in business by going out in Land Rovers and changing the Land Rover for use for heavier duty. Well, Land Rover's a pretty heavy duty thing indeed at Abenteuer und Allrad. Land Rover is the main sponsor of the entire event. It's the main sponsor, it's the anchor sponsors. More stuff from Land Rover there than anything else. Okay, we've also got here Concord and Phoenix. These are companies, obviously they're extremely luxurious vehicles, and strangely enough, both Phoenix and Concord are in the same village. Note the word village. It is Aschbach is a village. It's only about 3,000 people live there, and they are produced in the same village in Germany. These vehicles here, extremely luxurious inside. Now this year, okay, this is the first Sunday of the event, so there'll be more people next Sunday, but there is still quite a lot. There's far more people here than were present last year at this event. Anyway, so we'll come over the next one here on the expedition front, which is this one. Range leader, expedition trucks. So sort of a container and it's stuck on the back of something like this. And this, the cost of this, it's a mere 223,850. So you get 4 of these for the price of the one action mobile that we just saw. So this one you get the entire family as well. Now here we have Krug Expedition, which comes from Austria. This is the Renault model, and so something like this you're looking around about 7.5 tons, 300,000 euros approximately. And the project Rhino, they call the truck after the Rhino, but they also donate funds to a Rhino concern, environmental protection in South Africa. And here we have the second vehicle, a bigger vehicle. And I bet you'd really want to know some details about the base. Although having said that, I have actually talked about the base vehicles in previous. So there's the Arcos Mercedes. But you know, huge carrying potential on something like that. Okay, this Asimo comes from Warsaw, Poland. Krug is from the Alps in Austria, central, about south of Salzburg. And so they were built on the Mercedes Fuso. And I got the question: how do you check the engine in a Fuso? And I've been asked that several times. I don't know actually. I'll have to find out. Airstream is a Caravan, so that. Now Blissmobil from Holland. They also use the container type approach, and Mercedes Zetros here, which I believe was originally designed for the German armed forces, but now it's actually produced, I believe, also in Algeria, where it's being used. It's a cooperation between Germany, UAE, I think it's UAE, and Algeria, and it's used as an anti-aircraft weapon, really. So they put some Soviet anti-aircraft stuff from the 60s on the back. Anyway, Blissmobil is doing something far more useful. And hello Alan, and good to see you. Cab flips over to access the engine. Thanks, that's from Mr. James. And the cab does flip over to access the engine, that is correct. But what do you do when it's a cab over? That is the question. Sorry, I didn't make myself clear on the Mitsubishi Fuso what the question was. When you've got a cab over, how do you flip the cab over? Anyway, might have to come back to that at another date. Anyway, so there we have the Mercedes Zetros. I did a video on the Zetros about 6 months ago, because I can distinctly remember actually talking about it, and that information about the anti-aircraft of it. This, though, from Germany, it's exporting to many countries. The Zetros, the base unit, for example, it's being used in Costa Rica for the fire brigade. It's being used in Jordan for assistance in humanitarian relief. It's exported to Argentina, to all sorts of countries anyway. Right, EuraMobil is a company, private, family-owned company, and this is something which you will find on my website. And do 4x4 and not 4x4. It says that Wohnsitz-Gruppe im Heck, so it's got a rear lounge at the back, and you've got the beds are up front, and so because of the amount of people here, it's a bit awkward actually getting in, but you can see inside in separate vehicles. Now, one interesting, curious thing about them is that it's got a ceramic coating on the it protects the shell of the building. And this is a company here, which I shall mention. There you are, the original ceramic coating company, and which can be, you can put things, for example, in these old vehicles as well, which actually protects them. Now, I don't quite know how much it costs, but they told me they'd done 4,000 pieces, so it does show it's rather exclusive. And so it protects from -50 to +650. So you never know, if temperature gets over +650 with global warming, that could well happen, couldn't it really? Anyway, little joke there. Not a very funny one. I'll have to work on it. Mobil is probably, I think, the best known of all the 4x4 producers, off-road expedition things. What you've got, well, in some of these, have these huge windows, which are, I think, particularly attractive, and that is a mark of the company. And indeed, we can actually go up here, and you can see inside what the enormous amount of space that's inside. Base here is on various. We've got here Iveco, we've got Mercedes, we've got Toyota. Don't know if there's Toyota here, but there is one. So just this thing here, 170,000, and it says don't enter with the staff, and I didn't ask for permission, so I'll just stick the thing around. And the toilet through there, and there's the entrance to the cab. I mean, I know it looks very basic though, the way that's sort of laid out. It's not the same as having a sort of a normal motorhome where the front part of the cab is actually integrated into the habitation area and is used as such. Anyway, have another good look at this magnificent lounge. And one other point actually whilst I'm here is that with these vans, you can't just use normal windows. You've got to use sort of, you don't have to, but I mean, often find these windows which are very, the security windows, and these security windows cost up to €2,000 a piece. So. Right, so if you see something you want in more detail, you can ask for it, and I shall do it. Right, so there's a quick walk around the expedition vehicles here, and that's largely just about it. I was thinking of doing the luxury ones, but I think I'll do that in the next video, the luxury models. But the moment we'll stick with the expedition ones, which are often the most popular things for people to see. So I'll come back down here, and I like to finish with a good looking vehicle at the end of my talk. So I think we'll do it with this Blissmobil here. This looks quite nice. And that's the end of this live broadcast, and I shall be doing another one in about an hour and 45 minutes, something like that time. So I'll be on the hour here, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the UK, and other times in other countries. Thanks very much for watching, and Expedition Mobile Home are insane. Thanks for sharing. Thanks. That's Mr. James, or T. James. Sorry, I thought it was Mr. But, so thanks T for that. All the best from Dusseldorf.